turnover battle against a team that usually is really good in that category, you'll live with it. It's just
trade. This is Andrew Wiggins' first trip back to Chase since the trade, and both players have played exceptionally well.
Yeah. And you think about Jimmy Butler, he hasn't had that big game against his former team, the Heat. So he's been doing that so far. He wants to have a big second half.
Steph Curry in the passing lane, beautiful steal. And Jimmy Butler averages 13 a game against Miami. That is the lowest of any opponent.
He can so easily. He's looking to power up. He's looking to counter move. You're not going to stop him from scoring when he's resolute like this.
Steph and Quentin post, working up top. Steph had it knocked away. Post with the pretty good hands initially, and then Powell with the steal. This turnover becomes a 3-on-1. Moody going to commit the foul, make Powell.
Norman Powell is putting in more in the second half.
So Powell 1 of 2. Just Moody hustling back, committing that foul, saved a point right there. That was going to be a 3-on-none. Draymond Green, no D'Anthony Melton, no Quentin post. Or no, excuse me, no Guy Santos. There's Quentin post working on Adebayo and playing the D after the Butler turnover. And Powell for 3. Bam wins that battle on the glass. That's his first field goal. He had been 0 for 9.
He just stayed with it. Ben Adebayo was attacking. You kept your verticality. They get another steal here.
But the Warriors just come out of the halftime locker room throwing the ball away.
Warriors are getting stops initially, but the Heat are just staying with it.
Adebayo missing that 3, and Jimmy Butler says, "Give me that."
Jimmy Butler's just got to make sure he doesn't leave his feet with nowhere to go when he's driving.
The Heat's last win was against Oklahoma City. Steph Curry flipping it up and in. This begins a 5-game, 7-day trip for Miami. This is stop 1 on their longest road trip of the year. Mitchell missing that 3. Moody with the rebound.
Steph, that last possession was like, forget about all this passing stuff and turning it over. Let me just take it myself. Again, get a switch.
We're going to shoot a 3. So a little flat. Davion Mitchell, nice drive, and Curry with the foul. Davion Mitchell, a couple free throws courtesy of Kia.
And for him, he's just going, yeah, I'm defensive minded, but I got to be a threat offensively.
Last 20 seconds of the first half, when the Warriors did not take the last shot, and left you with a bad taste heading into halftime. The first 2.5 minutes of the third have been all Miami here. The lead is trimmed to 1. Will Richard catch and shoot 3. Steph's got 8 assists. Will Richard dropping in another triple.
And you got a turnover here.
So the Warriors take advantage.
Quentin Post did an amazing thing there. Just set that little pin-in screen there. There's no play that called for it. That was just his feel, his instincts. Get his teammate an open look.
Butler on Wiggins. A 2-man game with Steph. Switch sides to Richard, made 1-3. Bring that one out. Warriors are 11 of 29 from deep. The Heat are 7 of 25. Larson driving, hanging, and finishing.
They're relentless with their driving now. Seems like it's picking up.
Ever trying to set up post. Adebayo, a very good defender there, made him give it up. Jimmy, shot clock at 7. They step around and he will get to the line.
There, and if your teammate's willing to just sacrifice, not get a stat, set that screen.
Gives them the open look, and what a difference in percentage.
And Warriors tend to do that. A lot of teams, that just doesn't happen. You're not making yourself useful there. You're just kind of working that baseline, hoping the ball comes your way. But, man, you don't get any stat there. Just make yourself useful. Set that screen.
Butler hits both free throws. He's 5 of 5, got 17. Davion Mitchell into Wiggins. Oh, Steph's got the rock. That's an offensive foul. Wiggins ran him over.
Is okay. Steph just kind of fights through that one.
Shoe scouting report sponsored. They've sponsored everything else in this telecast. I mean, it's got to be. Kalena will now go through the haberdashery and fashion wear of Steph Curry's footwear.
Listen, I appreciate it. I'm actually giving myself credit because he's got black ones on. It's kind of hard to see from here, but I got a good angle. I got a good angle of it real quick.
Curry with the left hand. Butler tipped it up and out. And Adebayo starts to break to Wiggins. Step around, and Wiggins misfiring there. Long rebound out to Mitchell. Powell breaking the paint right to the lane.
He knew he was going to drive it before he got the ball, before the ball got kind of swung to him. His defender kind of had a bad angle to cut him off. He's going.
Jamski working up top with Jimmy. Returns it. Jimmy, what a catch. Butler is holding on to that knee. That did not look good at all. 7:41 left in the third.
Back to get it, and he planted, and that leg just caved in. An amazing season, efficiency-wise, everything-wise. You just hope for him that it's not serious, but man, prayers up.
Steph Curry missing that three, and it's tough to get back to basketball because Jimmy Butler's out for any length of time. The Warriors season is done.
Well, you can feel the air just rush out of this building. You could hear a pin drop on that in there for a while.
So Jamski in post, Steph Curry with Moody and GP2. And a couple nice pump fakes, and he will draw the foul. The NBA.
Absolutely.
And, you know, a guy rolls an ankle, okay, that happens. When you see someone go down and grab, you get 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, and 2 drinks for tomorrow against Toronto at Warriors.com. Warriors on a back-to-back to finish off the homestand and take on the Raptors tomorrow. Raptors just lost to the Lakers in LA. That was yesterday. Adebayo missing that three-quick post. Good strong rebound.
This has been a tough battle all night. It just got tougher. How's your mental toughness?
Playing without Melton, you're playing without Draymond, you're playing without Keith Santos. But Brandon Pajemski hitting a three, and the Heat will take time.
It looks like he's
Quick thinking Moses Moody, and gets Jimmy Butler.
Because you're only down 2 now.
Yeah, the Warriors and Heat both among the steals leaders. He's trying to emotionally recover from the Butler significant injury. And you still got to play a game. Davion Mitchell missing that three. GP2 high for the rebound. Jamski trying to get a little contact, and pretty good no call there. And Adebayo headed back the other way. Marquez into the paint, and an offensive foul. Brandon got that.
2 years, watch him just waiting. And you know what helped out? Quentin Post moving his feet, just staying on his hip. Make him worry about you. You're not focused on that next defender. If you still have to worry about that defender that's on your hip. Quentin Post contained enough so Pajemski kind of sneak up on him.
Step on Marquez, step back three. Curry got the triple. He's got 16, his 4th made 3.
You like Steph's efficiency. He's taking advantage of his opportunities now.
Wiggins cycle around to Marquez for 3. That's flat. Step rebound in motion. Lead pass to Pajemski. And Brandon laying it in. What a play!
Well, Steph didn't even put the ball on the ground. Before he got it, he knew he was going to throw it up, and he let him beautifully throw it over his head. Let him run under it.
Curry's got 9 assists. That was spectacular. Davion Mitchell flipping it up and out. Air ball goes to the offense. Adebayo trying to come out with it. Shot clock at 5, no reset. Wiggins straight ahead 3, rattling out the Warrior D. They're stringing together stops right now. GP2 laying it up and in.
GP2 just ran to that free throw line, and everybody's shining. You're sharing the ball. Like Steph might get more joy out of his teammate. You're having visions of like, what could they do this year?